My children, gather round, let me tell you a story. For as the elders say, when the moon shines, the children of the village gather to listen, because a story is the oil that makes wisdom slip into the ear. Long ago, in the village of Umidike, there lived a man named Okoro. Now Okoro, instead of drinking one calabash of palm wine, decided to drink two. In other words, instead of marrying one wife, he took two. And my people, you know what they say, the man who marries two wives has invited two drums to beat in his compound, peace will not sleep, and quarrel will not rest. The first wife, Mama Uju, was a strong woman, combat proud. She had been in the house for years, raised children, and knew every corner of her husband's heart. She always boasted, I came before, I am the first pillar, no one can shake me. The second wife, Amaka, was young, beautiful, and full of fire. She painted her lips red like hibiscus and swayed her waist like a palm frond in the harmattan breeze. She would reply, old pillar, bend aside. The new broom sweeps cleaner. The man's heart is mine now. From morning till night, their compound was like a marketplace of quarrels. If Mama Uju cooked soup, Amaka would add more pepper until the husband coughed and shouted, who set fire in this pot? If Amaka swept the yard, Mama Uju would scatter sand across it, muttering, a broom in a careless hand is like a masquerade without drummers. Sometimes, the quarrels were so loud that even the goats refused to eat and the chickens forgot how to crow. One day, Waala burst like a ripe palm nut. The husband's goat went missing. Mama Uju pointed her finger at Amaka and shouted, the thief that steals meat from the pot will surely steal goat from the barn. Amaka clapped her hands in mockery and replied, me. Steal goat? If your goat has sense enough to enter my pot, then it has chosen me as its owner. Who am I to reject destiny? The villagers laughed until they rolled in the dust. Even the palm wine tapper dropped his gourd from the tree. From that day, they nicknamed Amaka, Madam Goat Destined. But, my children, that was not the end. The real trouble happened during the New Yam festival. The whole village gathered, drummers beating, masquerades dancing, elders sitting on stools like kings. Both wives decided to compete and show who truly owned the husband's heart. Mama Uju tied her best wrapper, red with golden stripes, and walked slowly like a hen protecting her chicks. She declared, even if the drum is old, it can still beat loudly. Amaka came out shining, beads jingling on her waist, face painted with uli, and replied, the new calabash may be small, but it holds the sweetest palm wine. When the drummers began, Amaka jumped fast, dancing like whirlwind, her waist scattering dust into the air. The crowd clapped and shouted. Not to be defeated, Mama Uju entered with heavy steps, bam, 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 stamping the ground like thunder. The husband was confused, his eyes were running left and right like a goat chased by dogs. He didn't know who to clap for. The competition grew hotter. Amaka twisted like water in a broken pot. Mama Uju shook like mortar and a pestle. The drummers beat faster, the crowd screamed louder. Then, my children, both women danced until their wrappers loosened and fell. The villagers burst into wild laughter. Even the masquerade stopped dancing to laugh. The husband covered his face with shame, but the people shouted, Waala! Waala! This house has produced theater. From that day, the two wives became the village comedians. People called them a double Waala sisters. They would fight like cats in the morning, then laugh like sisters in the evening. Their husband, a poor man, became a referee in his own house. And the elders said, Sparkles, when two co-wives fight, the husband becomes the rope in the middle, but the village becomes the judge. Sparkles, a house with two wives is like a pot with two handles, both pulling in different directions, but still carrying the same soup. So, my children, that is the story of my co-wife. Peace may visit such a house in the afternoon, but when night comes, quarrel will surely light the lamp.